Hello there, welcome to my current, and this is the weekly Forex market update and forecast. In this video, we'll be looking at the EURCAD currency pair, the CADCHF currency pair, and the NZDJPY currency pair, and the NZDUSD currency pairs. Right. So before we get started, let's take a look at the product that I offer, the Premium Forex Signal Service, which goes for $200 monthly. Now, this signal service is provided with the use of highly profitable and tested trading systems that have been tested over the years, right? This is what I use to derive these signals. All of the signals, every individual signal is a high probability trading signal. I don't trade any low probability signal at all, right? So this is what I present on this platform, and every signal that I post is what I'm taking myself. Yeah, this is what I take myself. I don't feel obliged to just provide signals that I won't take. I post signals that I take alone, right? Yeah, so if you'd like to be part of what we do and like to participate and enjoy the product that I offer, my contact is in the description below. My direct Telegram contact is in the description below. Copy the link, paste it in your browser, chat me up, and let's talk about how you can be part of what we do. So thank you. Let's get into the business of the day. We'll come back to that later. So for EURCAD, now this is the monthly time frame for EURCAD, and as we can tell, in the long run, it's been a ranging market. Really, it's been a ranging market, and the weekly time frame as well tells us the same thing. Although we see as those higher highs and higher lows are forming right at this point, but we've seen this break of structure, we've seen this break above this area, but we also got this recent break back into that zone as well, so which might just be a pointer that this was a false break, another break to go to higher prices. Now for the daily time frame, what should we expect? Using the daily time frame as our execution time frame, what should we expect? Well, let's take out some zones. Let's point out some zones here. Let's take note of this one. Yeah, you can see how it works over there, and works over here as well. And let's also okay, I think we can also point out this one. We can also take note of this one as well, right there. Yeah, so that's another zone to look out for. And the other zones are quite low, maybe as low as this area. They're also very valid ones. So let's take a look at what we should expect going into the new week. Now, going into the new week, if we see price push higher, into the 1.51772 zone, and it gives us a bearish day close below that zone. If it meets your criteria, if it meets your confirmation, this is a trade you might want to take a 1-to-1, right? Take a 1-to-1 on this trade, right? Why is it a 1-to-1? It's a ranging market. You don't want to overstay your welcome. And if we see price come into the 1.48785 zone, we get a bullish close, and we get a bullish day close, we can also go for a 1-to-1 right here as well if it meets your confirmation. That's it for EURCAD. Very simple and straightforward, right? And this also applies to other zones. Just make sure, especially if you're support, you look out to buy. If it's a resistance, you look out to sell. The basics. But make sure you have sufficient extended move from the opposite direction, right? That is why I did not point out this zone, or neither did I point out this zone, because these zones are too close to the current market price. I hope you get that. That's a quick lesson right there. So let's go to CADCHF. This is the monthly time frame for CADCHF. What is there? I think CADCHF has gotten into new lows. Yes, into lower lows, and has broken beyond the previous low. So now let's take a look at the weekly time frame. What's the weekly telling us? Same story, same deal. Now daily. Now how can we make profit from this? Well, let's take note of some zones first. Let's take note of some major zones we can easily spot right there. I think that's one right there, and this is another one here. Good. What other zones are there to point out? Now let's zoom out a little. Don't forget we are like at the lowest of lows in this CAD CHF currency pair right now. Now that does not mean it has to push higher, because there's this suggestion that as long as price has gone so low, we should expect it to come higher. Well, if you've been around the market for a long time, you see that sometimes prices just keep going low, no matter how low they've gone. They just keep going low. You would have had this experience with the JPY pairs, where some of those pairs broke above their previous highs, their all-time highs. They broke above and just kept going higher. They didn't even consider coming down until recently. Now, so for the new week, what should we expect? Well, if we see price push as high as this zone, if we see price push as high as the 0.64357 or the 0.64601 or the 0.64766 zones, either of those zones, if price pushes into either of those zones and gives us a bearish day close at either of those zones, if price gives us a bearish day close at either of those zones, you can get, an opportunity. You can look out for an opportunity to get into the trade, right? You can look out for an opportunity to get into the trade. First of all, prioritize going for a one-to-one. But if you get your one-to-one, if you hit your targets, your profit targets on a one-to-one trade, then you can look out for, other opportunities to continue the trade, because this is a downward trending market. You might actually get opportunities to keep going, trading downwards, because this is a very bearish market, right? So like I said, if you get the opportunity to sell, if you meet your confirmation, take the sell and hold. Your first target should be a one-to-one, then hold for the rest and see if you can go as much as a 2-to-1, 3-to-1, or even as much as coming as low as the 0.63103 zone, or even below, or even lower. It's very possible as well. So that's for CADCHF, right? That's for CADCHF. Let's move on to the NZDJPY. Now for the NZDJPY, like I said, we've seen the JPY pairs push high and high. We've seen this one now, and we currently see a pin bar, but the month has not closed yet. So let's go down to the weekly. We see on the weekly we have a pin bar, and we see another bullish continuation. So what should we expect? Let's go down to the daily now. Don't forget we're in a bullish market, very bullish market, although we've seen bearish price action in recent times, but that does not suggest that the bulls are done. It does not suggest that in any way at all. So what are the major zones we should look out for? Let's take a look at this one. And what other zones are there to see? Maybe somewhere here. Maybe. I think that works. Does it? Yeah, it does. Let's zoom out a little. Okay, so I think we can look at. Can we look at this one? Well, let's avoid that one. Let's look at this too. We can look at this one. Yeah, we can look at that. So what should we expect? Now if we see price push us high into this, if we see price push into this 89.881 zone and it gives us a bearish day close below that zone, if it meets your confirmation, that will be an opportunity to sell, right? Using the daily candle, right? Using the day close candle as your risk candle, using it as your entry candle, you can take a 1-to-1 right there. You don't want to overstay your welcome because this is a bullish market, right? Now what else? Any other scenario we can look out for? Yeah, if it comes into the zone, same idea. If it gives you a bearish day close below that 91.371 zone, you also would, like to sell if it meets your confirmation. But if it comes into the 87.042 zone and it gives us a bullish day close above that zone, you might also want to buy. Look out for a 1-to-1 buy right there, and you can also further look out for maybe more than a 1-to-1, maybe a 2-to-1, 3-to-1, or even as high as the 88.642 zone. That is only if it meets your confirmation. So that is that for NZDJPY. Let's move to NZDUSD. So what's NZDUSD telling us? NZDUSD has been quite bearish for some time now. So where are we headed next? Let's go to the weekly time frame. The weekly time frame seems to be in a range, or would I say it's forming a penchant, because we can see this, right? It has not really loaded. I'm waiting for it to load. We can also see this. So patiently waiting for the chart to load, but we are not seeing it loading yet. Or maybe we should just move on to the daily time frame and see what's up. Okay, now the daily time frame. Now for the daily time frame, we see that price is coming close to this, zone. So now, what should we expect for the daily time frame? Let's zoom out a little and maybe point out some major zones that we might be looking out for. Here's one right here, and I think there's one right here too, and I also think there might be one right here. Okay, so let's look for one below, maybe right here. Good. So let's go in and take a closer look. So we see price is already in an area of interest, but if we get price to come, if we see price come into the 0.60855 zone and it gives us a bearish day close below that zone, then we can then I can suggest that if it meets your confirmation, you can go for a sell right there. You can go for a 1-to-1, or even more like a 3-to-1, 4-to-1, or even it can go as low as the 0.59902 and even lower, because this is a very bearish market. This what I just said also applies if it also comes into the 0.61156 zone and also gives us a bearish day close below that zone. If you meet your confirmation, you might also want to look for an opportunity to do a 1-to-1 first and also go below that. Yeah, so that's what I'll be suggesting. Now, but if we see price push lower, we see price come into the 0.58607 zone and it gives us a bullish day close above that zone, then I would suggest that you go for a 1-to-1. Right, go for a 1-to-1 if it meets your confirmation, and end it there, because this is a bearish market, and when you're buying in a bearish market, you have to be extra careful. And that is that for this video. But before we go, let me remind you, the premium forex signal service is very much available for you. For just $200 monthly, you get highly profitable trading signals that are worth a lot more than the amount charged for them. So yes, this is the best in the industry, and I'm telling you categorically that it is the best in the industry. You can try it out and see for yourself. Now, I'll be my DM, my Telegram contact will be in the description below. Copy the link, paste it in your browser, and chat me up and let me know that you're willing to participate and be part of what we do. Right? Take your trading to the highest profitable level with a premium forex signal service. We are here to actually help and to serve. Thank you so much for your time. Bye for now.